Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode with me, Shashank Udupa. How's everyone today? How's everyone, right? We're doing the late night stream again, which is a 9 p.m. stream, but today we have to do it little late night. The reason why I'm saying today we have to do it little late night is because we have to invest in the US stock market, right? So I'm going to show you what stock we're going to talk about. By the way, a lot of people are predicting MasterCard, Visa, Meta platforms, New Bank. Okay, someone said New Bank, very interesting, Nikhil. Uh, but yes, a lot of people are asking questions. So today what we're going to do is we're going to quickly look at the fundamental analysis of a very big payment processing company. It is $400 billion payment processing company, very strong with respect to fundamentals. And apart from this, we're also going to do a giveaway right at the end of this video. So we're going to do a giveaway as well. So stay till the end, and this giveaway is going to be a skill based giveaway, and I'm going to give you 5 days time for it. Skill based giveaway matlab it is going to be a giveaway with respect to US stock investing, and I'll show you what I'm going to give you guys as well. Okay, awesome. By the way, this is US stock investing, so AGS Transact doesn't come here. Stripe, very investing, very interesting. Sorry. Chalo, let's begin. I'm not going to waste any more time. For all the people who discussed or guessed, the answer is why do I keep sharing? Yeah, the answer is yes, it is Visa. So we're going to do a quick understanding of Visa. By the way, in the global market, there's just two players that are very big. That's Visa and there's MasterCard, right? So we're going to talk about both Visa and MasterCard. And we're going to look at them very quickly. Yeah, so first introduction of the company. We all know about Visa, right? So if you look at Visa, Visa is one of the most dominant players in the market, and they are also known in providing transactions. Every type of card that you have, it's either Visa or MasterCard. But have you ever realized how this business works? How does Visa make money, and do they actually make a lot of money or not, right? So this is something that we will look at today in the market. Like, what are they doing? How do they make money? How do we understand how this Visa infrastructure works? So we're going to look at all of this today, right? So good knowledge for all the people who don't know how payment processing systems work. Now if you look at more about Visa basically is one of the leading brands out there. It's Visa and MasterCard, and they're evolving the entire payment landscape like crazy, and they've done this evolvement of the landscape very long time ago, right? And Visa is doing really well. Now let's understand a little bit more. A little interesting history about Visa. So Visa used to be called Bank Americard. Okay, first it was called Bank Americard to rival the today's MasterCard, which was then known as Master Charge. Okay, so Master Charge versus Bank Americard, horrible names both of them, right? And then slowly they started becoming better and better. Bank Americard changed into the 1968, then became Visa, and then now it's become the new age cool looking 3D animation Visa wala thing, right? So this looks very interesting. Now by the way, today they can basically handle up to 30,000 simultaneous transactions and up to 100 billion compulsions each second. And we're going to look at how these guys make money. And before that, we'll look at starting off with what they do, right? So they have 2-3 different type of businesses. So Visa, what they do is basically they don't just issue cards. Okay, this is not the business. They're not in the business of issuing cards. They don't make much money from issuing cards. They're in the business of giving credit, setting rates and fees for customers. They provide basically Visa branded payment products that they can use which these guys can actually use to offer credit, debit, payment and cash access. And I'm going to show you what that is, right? And I'll show you the entire business model. Merchant transaction commission, Sai Kohli is saying, which is correct. They do a lot of money they take a lot of money from the merchants. So there's also known as there's a different thing known as MDR as well, which I'll not get into today. But Visa takes some money from the merchant as well. So every time you swipe the card, they cut the money from the merchant, right? Now let's understand how this entire process works. They have different type of revenue model. One is the international transaction revenue. So every time I take my Visa card, go and swipe it outside somewhere, there is this cross-border transaction that happens, and there is a currency conversion that also happens. So whenever currency conversion happens, they make a small amount of money on the currency conversion. Number one. Second is service revenue. Now service revenue caters to people, which is slightly different. So this is a sub-segment. Basically, I'll actually show you a better thing about here, right? So if you go to this, let me zoom in a little bit. Visa's service subsegment consists of revenue from services provided to support client usage of Visa's payment. This is separate from authorization, clearing and settlement related. This is more client facing. So that is how they make money on the service side. Then you have data processing revenue. By the way, data processing revenue is the biggest revenue that they have. Almost 40% of their revenue comes from data processing revenue. What is data processing revenue? Includes all revenue generated as a result of companies clearing, right? So you do the swipe of the transaction, it pulls the data, clears it, settles it, authorizes it, value added services, network access, different type of upselling services. This basically gives them the most amount of revenue to allow the operation to happen and to process the data of the payment with respect to ensuring settlement happens. And I don't know how many of you have used this, but there is something known as settlement as well. So all these small things happen as well, right? And they have international transaction revenue, which I spoke about. Other revenue is basically license fees and value added services and account holder services, which is barely 5% of their revenue. Most of their 40% comes from data processing. Apart from that, international revenue is 19% and service revenue is also quite interesting at 35%. So this is basically, these two compile 70% of the revenue. And it's interesting because you need to know how these guys are making money, right? So if you look at their business model operations, they operate in two different business model sets, right? One, it operates and serves in a two-sided market. One end, it caters to card holders, okay, issuers who issue cards, and also issue processors. And on the other end, it works with businesses, merchants. So there are two types of people. One is where you go and swipe, and one who's giving you the card. So there are card issuers like all your fintech companies, and then you go swipe it at the merchant, and then they take money from the merchant as well. So small things keep happening. So basically, Visa classifies the banks and financial institutions, also known as BFSI. Okay. Banks and financial institutions as issuers or acquirers, they will issue this card. Visa never issues cards to its shareholders. There is someone who takes the Visa service and then puts it on their banking card and then gives it to you. And they have Visa and MasterCard, right? So they never give you cards directly. An issuer does it, which is usually the banks and financial institutions, right? Now, products and services, I'll come to a little more of this in detail. Look at the revenue contribution as I showed you, right? Most of the revenue comes from service and data processing. This is something that we saw as well. Do they sell the data? Interesting. That is something that we don't know yet, Souvik, but I can't guarantee on that. They might be selling, they might not be selling. Not sure on it at all, right? Now, see how the entire business model of Visa strategy currently works, right? Now, Visa strategy is to aggressively expand its presence in contactless payments and e-commerce and other digital vehicles. So how it works is, issuer issues the credit card, the card holder is there, card holder goes and presents the card for payment to the merchant. You swipe the card, the merchant automatically in the backend will check whether you have money or not, or else it will decline the transaction. It goes back to your issuer, which is your bank, goes through the Visa network to check this, comes back with the balance status and says, okay, Shashank has money, please accept this transaction. So all of this happens in an instant, right? All of this happens quite quickly, and you know. So when we and you go swipe a card, we don't realize so easily, right? But now when we swipe a card, we understand how this entire system works, right? So you have the Visa transaction, which is merchant, acquirer, issuer, and card holder. Itna you understood how the ecosystem is evolved. This much is basic, right? Now we understood this much. Now, coming to the business ecosystem, who all are there in this Visa's business ecosystem, right? Now we have issuers, you have neobanks that have now become a new trend, you have wallet players like your Paytm, you have fintech companies that actually give out Visa cards as well, you have enablers, you have merchants, and you have acquirers. So a lot of different people are using the Visa infrastructure to come and give you the Visa card as well, right? Now the pillars of Visa is basically like this. On the lower end, you have your brand, which is superb. You have good technology platforms, you have good security, and you have good talent. But on top, they look at value added services, which is VAS, where you get a lot of money. So for example, Visa Consulting, they'll charge some money for it. Data Solutions, they'll charge money. And they operate in B2B, B2C, B2P, everything, right? They operate in literally every segment that you see right now. And these are the different type of capabilities that they have, right? The old flow, now the new flows are tap to pay, tokenization, cryptocurrency. By the way, I'm seeing cards that are coming out in the cryptocurrency space along with Visa, right? So a lot of beautiful things happening. So please keep a track of how these systems work, right? Because we have to ensure that we can invest and start making money, and we're already profitable in the US market, by the way. And I'm doing this live in front of you guys. Now look at the TAM. TAM is called total addressable market, right? Cash continues to grow. E-commerce share of spending is continuing to grow. P2P and B2C digitization, everyone's going to digital models. That's working out really well for them as well. Ecosystem and demand for value-added services is also doing really well. Now, new platforms are basically coming and reaching new heights. Basically, spending is increasing a lot, and that obviously helps the Visa market massively expand into different countries. And by the way, Visa is not just in US, right? It's obviously there across the world. And if you look at the B2B, B2C, look at how the marketplace is currently there. Currently, their entire market is B2B market, which is $120 trillion is the B2B market, right? And if you look at all the others, are small stuff. Now, look at this, right? This is how they work. They do account onboarding. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep into this. Let's look at Visa's brand preference advantage. Now, who all prefer the brand? How have they built this brand, right? Now, if you look at more countries in the Southeast Asia, okay, in Southeast Asia, we don't care so much, right? We are not people who like, no, I want Visa, no, I want MasterCard. We don't care too much, right? But there are some countries that prefer this, and there's massive adoption happening across different countries. And if you look at, let me show you, India. So India also, they're coming in to capture this massive economy. So now they're working with a lot of people to actually use the Visa network to start gaining a lot of money, because obviously in India we do a lot of transactions, and now we're doing a lot of transactions on credit, right? You see all these EMIs coming up. Japan also, they're capturing the 1.4 trillion market, and they're looking at a lot of government's cashless agenda, which they have debit opportunity, fintech partnerships, and they keep doing these partnerships, right? And if you look at Asia Pacific, who have they partnered up with? They've partnered up with Paytm, which has so many users, right? In Thailand, they've partnered with Line. In South Korea, they're partnered with Toss, Alipay, Gojek, which is very big in Indo, and WeChat as well. So they are partnering up. If you look at how it looks like, they're partnering up with all the biggest players in the world, right? Whoever is big in the fintech space, they're going there and partnering up with those guys, right? Now, tapping into different fintech segments. So now they're also focusing on other stuff, right? They're focusing on digital banks in different countries, and they're also partnering up with neo banks as well. They're partnering up with B2B companies. They're partnering up with lending people, unbanked loans, wallet players. They're partnering up with all these different weird players that even I don't know what they do, but they are partnering up with different weird players, right? Again, that's okay. That's completely fine. Coming back to the revenue. Now, I will do the revenue analysis slightly on Vested itself, because it's easy to look at. But just to give you a bit of brief into how the revenues are growing. The revenues are growing. Their net income is growing. Their free cash flow is constantly growing. The profitability is good. So their ROA, which is return on assets, is at 16%. It outperforms 93% of the peers in the market, right? The profit margin is at 51%. Awesome. Again, very good Petrosky score. Petrosky score is also a very good indication to understand whether the company is good or bad. And it has a good return on equity of 36% as well. These are the companies that I like. Now, Finance with Bothra saying in the comments, Paytm is a loss-making company. Visa doesn't care whether you're a loss or profit-making company. Visa को कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है, right? Because Visa is just a back-end service that Paytm is doing a card and then putting it on Visa's network and giving it to you. So whether it is loss or profit, they don't care. You can just go swipe and do whatever you want, and Visa will get the money, right? So that is good. That is what I'm saying. So don't worry about Paytm is lost or not. They don't care about it. Paytm गया तो कल किसी और के साथ partner up कर देंगे. So you need to understand all of this. Okay. Okay, we're almost done. Don't worry. Then I'm going to announce the giveaway as well, right? And it's going to be a long giveaway, so don't worry. Now, look at the P ratio. The P ratio is slightly high. That means they're slightly expensive right now with respect to a valuation perspective. The price to book ratio is also slightly high. Basically, they're trading at a very big premium, even with respect to their PEG ratio. Everything is high, right? They have everything which is high, which is slightly in the overvalued zone, is what I would say. Now, coming to income statements, and if you look at the DCF valuation, that also happens. DCF is discounted cash flow valuations that are happening with respect to the future projections of their profitability, the future projections of their revenue growth. If you look at all of that with the discounted rate of around low, mid and high, we see that if with a high discounted rate it shows 322, with a medium discounted rate is something that we should see, which is a fair value. The fair value comes for this stock of $250. Fair value by DCF model of Visa shows 250. The current stock price is something else, and we will come to that as well. So there is a scope for upside if you just look at the DCF valuation. Now, how is Visa's business model different from American Express? Competition analysis, right? Now, Visa operates one system called open loop network and has a transaction centric business model. American Express operates in a closed loop which has a spend centric business model. So Visa doesn't care how much you spend, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, they don't care. They're getting one fixed amount. Whereas American Express has a spend centric, they want you to spend more, and that is why they give you so many perks, right? And Amex cards are considered very exclusive in the market as well. So these small things actually make a lot of difference. Now, this is how it works, right? Merchant acquired, open network, it keeps working this way, whereas they have a closed network, so it's not good. Open loop networks versus closed loop networks. First of all, please thank Debjani for creating such a beautiful presentation, because you should always give credit to people who do really well. Debjani has done a beautiful presentation on Visa and actually tried to concise this entire Visa's business model and try to give it to you at a very, very easy, digestible format. So I hope you guys liked it from that perspective, and she's obviously doing a great job on it. Now, coming to the investing bit, let's go and check the financials, right? So I'm just going to go to Visa right now. Oh, by the way, just look at this, right? We started US investing, I think, a month ago. Right, we started US investing maybe 1 month or 2 months ago. I'm not sure when. We're already 5% up on an overall perspective, and today I'm up by 3.3%. So very good. What has gone up? Our Tesla stock has gone up by 27%, and our Nvidia stock has gone up by around 16%. Very interesting. Now let's look at Visa. So Visa's fair value said 250. Currently it is at 216. So I would say from a DCF perspective, it is slightly undervalued, right? From slightly undervalued. Now, looking at their max chart, let's look at their max chart. Look at this max chart. This is what I like. Consistent compounders. Over a long period of time, it is only going up. Why? Because the market is also increasing, and over a period of time, I'm assuming this will keep going up. Coming down, let me check. Market cap is approximately around $476 billion right now. Still a lot of scope to grow. As I said, the PEG-P ratio is slightly high in this company. Look at this, P ratio is slightly high. And they're also having a small problem right now. That is why it has fallen a little bit in the last 3 months. Actually, last 1 month it has fallen. And I'll tell you why this fell also, right? I'll show you the reason for that. If you look at the sector returns, it's doing really well. If you look at the S&P, whether it's beat the S&P, it has definitely beat the S&P as well. So that is good. Now, fundamental data, if you look at the total revenue. Total revenue as of September 2021 was 24 billion. And I'm watching this. Yeah, this is 24 billion on vested, and 17 it was at 18. So you see how this upward trend is happening. It's a good positive upward trend. Gross margin is also beautiful at approximately 80% gross margin that they're currently doing. If you come down to income after taxes is also quite interesting. And if you go to their EPS, it is also very, very, very positive. So overall, a fundamentally strong business, right? And this is something that you should see. Now, if you look at their cash flow analysis, coming to cash flow, right? Just going to switch off all this for now. Look at the free cash flow. This is something that's very important because free cash flow, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it clearly. If you look at free cash flow, right? Free cash flow is very important for a business to grow. Why? Because they have so much money that they can actually use to grow the business, and they're making 8.5 billion, 11, 12, 9, 14 billion dollars in free cash flow. So it is quite interesting, right? So very, very good. Someone's asking what is discounted cash flow. Let me explain discounted cash flow in a very simple term. Discounted cash flow basically means you are projecting that a company is going to grow exponentially over the next 5 years. So you take an assumption of how much this company would grow in the next 5 years and then discount it back to today's price. Okay, now discounting, you can either discount heavy discount or you can do low discount. So basically I'm predicting 5 years into the future that the sales will be this much, and I'm doing a discount to find out today's price of what it might be. This is usually done to find valuation of the company and to find the fair price of a company, right? And I hope that simplified it, but I'll make a separate video if you want on DCF valuation as well. Cool. Coming back to key ratios very quickly. ROA and ROE are quite attractive. Look at this, 35% ROA and ROE, right? Very low debt ratio because they're making superb cash flow. And I'll just show you MasterCard as well, right? Let me just go to MasterCard also. Now this is MasterCard, currently trading at 346, but it doesn't matter to us. Look at their max chart. Very similar to Visa, right? Ideally, I would buy both, but let's take a bet on Visa is what I'm thinking, right? This company is currently trading at 335 billion market cap. So Visa is obviously the leader. Again, high PE ratio as well. And if you go back to the returns, fundamental analysis, look at this. Visa is making massive amount of revenue in $21 billion, and they're currently at 18, but they're also growing quite well. So not bad at all. They're growing quite well. And their EPS is also growing quite well. And that is why the share price is also growing quite well, right? But if you look at the returns, they have beat the S&P 500 also. So they are doing well. And in fact, you can just add on vested here, right? You can just go and add Visa over here to just check quick comparison. So look at this. Quick comparison on a long-term perspective. 1 year return, this is 3.78, this is 42%, it has beat. Okay, this looks also very interesting, right? So very interesting returns as well with respect to Visa. So ideally you can take a bet either on Visa or MasterCard. I'm going to take a bet on Visa. And recently what happened, because of the Russian war that was going on with Ukraine, there was a problem where, there's not a problem, but Visa and MasterCard suspended all Russian transactions, right? So they said you cannot use, obviously there's a big impact for Russia because most of them already use these two cards, right? So Visa, MasterCard and Amex all announced that they will suspend all operations in Russia. Now just imagine none of your cards will work. None of your cards will work, right? And if you're in Russia, that is a big problem because your spending stops. And if your spending stops, your GDP will not grow. So a lot of these problems happen. Clients will no longer be able to use their Russian cards abroad or for international payments either. So this was a massive blow for the Russian economy, which they have underplayed. They have not said this out loud, but this will definitely dent their economy massively. Massively dent their economy, right? Now, coming back, let's start buying some shares. Okay, now I want to show you guys quickly. I'm going to obviously buy Visa itself, but let's do a quick review of our portfolio, right? And we have been investing from a very long period of time. When did we start investing here? Approximately, yeah, I think a month ago itself. So our portfolio is going up nicely, and I'm showing you all the buys, right? I'm keeping everything very transparent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy, okay, all of this is 100. So let's do one thing. Let's go to Visa. Let's buy, let's do a bit weird things, right? Okay, let's do this. Come on. Let's buy $100 worth of Visa. Let me do 100. I have $250, right? I'm going to buy $100 worth of Visa in front of you quickly. Okay, I'm going to go to MasterCard. I'm going to buy $100 worth of MasterCard because one of them are going to win. Might as well be invested in both. Awesome. Now I still have around how much left? I think $57 is what I have, right? Yes. So I still have around $57 left. What I'm going to do is let me see what I can average. There is something that is down. Nike is down right now for some reason, right? Let me average this off with $57. Whenever something's down at 10% down, I'm going to average this out. Done. Okay, so I've just bought these three new things right now in front of you guys. And by the way, we keep tracking this. It's not like we're going to stop tracking this. We will keep tracking this over a long period of time. So don't worry about that as well, right? And I will keep showing you everything. So whenever I exit, number one, or whenever I invest, I will keep it open and I will show you guys. So I'm not going to hide anything from you with this perspective. Cool. So whenever I feel like I need to exit, I will come live and I'll show you that, boss, I'm exiting. And this is the reason why I'm exiting. Cool. Live investing I'm doing. Now, oh, by the way, there's another thing. I don't know how many of you have seen this, but there's also Vest. Okay, so Vest is very similar to baskets. I don't know if you remember baskets. So you can make your own baskets right now on Vested, right? So I can create my own kind of a basket and actually keep it. Now, I also want to invest in Berkshire Hathaway very soon. I'm going to make a video on this. I really want to take some chunk of Berkshire Hathaway, but the next few stocks that I'm going to show you are amazing. By the way, you can create your own Vest, so you can go check this out later. But I'm going to, next US stock that I'm going to invest, you should definitely watch it. It is something that I've been tracking from a long period of time. It looks very attractive. Competition is very less and it looks awesome, right? So I'm going to do that very soon. Next month, I'll show you that video as well. So don't worry about it. Cool. Awesome. I hope you guys like this. Now, coming back to the giveaway, which the giveaway also relates to this. Now, let me talk about the giveaway right now. Are you guys ready for the giveaway? Yes or no? I want people to put yes or no in the comments, number one. And second, all the people who are watching, I want you to click on that like button and subscribe button as well. And I'm going to launch the giveaway right now. Kidhar hai? Link kidhar hai? Link kidhar hai? Got it. I have got the link. Okay, giveaway is very simple, boss. Very simple giveaway. I'm going to share the link here so I can put it on the thing. And don't worry, you have enough time for this giveaway. It is not a very quick instant giveaway. You have enough time for this giveaway. Now, basically, I'm doing a skill-based giveaway again. Now, what do I mean by a skill-based giveaway? I want you guys to do some research on it and improve your skill. And if you lose, don't worry. As I said, I keep doing skill-based giveaways as well. I'll keep doing much more, right? Now, coming back to the giveaway, it is a US stock-based investing giveaway. Now, what you need to do is very similar to the last time. I want you to tell me which US stock you would buy. Okay, very simple. Which US stock you can buy. And boss, there are so many US stocks. These are my watch list, but there are so many US stocks that you can buy, right? You can just go through the entire Vested platform. You can even go through all their different vests over here. You can even do sector analysis here. You do all of that. Okay, I'm not doing anything. You can go through different sectors and try to find out what is a good stock, where is Vanguard investing, all of it you do. I just want to know one good stock that you want to invest and two reasons why you feel that this stock is good. That's it. Very simple. One good stock recommendation and 2 very good reasons why I should buy this. I put a link on top. You can take your time. This giveaway, this link is going to be open for 5 days. 5 days matlab today is 24th March. 24th किसका तो birthday था आज. Okay, today is 24th March. 1 2 3 4 5 29th March Tuesday. 29th March Tuesday is when I'm going to shut the entry, and then I'm going to come after that in the live and announce the winner. Now, what does the winner get? Again, very simple, right? Very simple. You have to give me one name of the stock and give me 2 reasons why this stock is good. You can also upload documents. Okay, I'm giving you the option to upload documents. So take your time, build a good document and do this. Only one winner, sadly, because I'm going to do this again and again and again. So only one winner. Now, what does the winner get? Let me show you what the winner will get. This time I'll give you 2 options. Okay, one, either I can give you this. What is this? This is a JBL beautiful headset, which is worth $4,500. So 4,500 rupees. Too much dollars happening. Yeah. So one, I will give you this JBL headset for 4,500 rupees. Number one, that's your first option. The second option, if you win, right, you can say, Shashank, I don't want this gift. Jo 4,500 rupees hai, you can go invest or you can go give it to some charity, which I will do, right? And you can trade this 4,500 option for a 15-minute call with me. I'll give you both options, and that is going to be a private call between me and you, where you can decide after you win, right? So either you take this gift, great, or you trade this gift for charity and you come and take a call with me for 15 minutes. I will give you both options for the winner. So please take your time, and those 15 minutes you can do whatever you want. You can ask me any question. I can make something for you. If you want some small case, I can do that for you. If you want help in US investing, you can do that for you. Like me and Vishal last time sat for I think half an hour and we were talking about his investment strategy, and we made a custom investment strategy for him, right? So yeah, okay, someone wants Amazon vouchers. I can give, I mean, it doesn't matter. I give you Amazon vouchers as well. So it's up to you, Amazon vouchers, or you want this headset, or you want a 15-minute call with me. I'm giving you all 3 options. Very simple. One, should we put our analysis to like in a Word document? Yes, do whatever you can. Put your analysis. Last time you saw how amazing the stock market research was for US stock investing. Why I'm doing this, guys? Understand, this is not for why I'm doing this. Let me tell you, right? Let me come back. Yeah. Now, let me tell you why am I doing this, right? I'm not doing this because I like giving you gifts or I like doing something like this. No, it is because I want to incentivize you. A lot of people don't like to do stuff without getting incentivized. So it's a small incentivization, but a lot of people like incentivizations to start learning. And what will happen now is you'll understand how to read US accounts. You will understand how to do research about US stocks, and all of these things will start helping you in the future. And what do I mean by it start helping you in the future? When you're planning to look for a job or when you're doing anything in life, US stock research will help you 10 times. And even if you don't, it doesn't help you, this research that you do, the ability to do this will help you a lot. Yeah. So that is why I'm saying, if you want to learn, I'm your guy. If you don't want to learn, I'm not your guy, right? So if you want to learn, you can come to me. I will also help you learn. I will teach you. I will incentivize you. I will do whatever it takes so that you can start learning a lot. Okay, cool. So I hope, by the way, I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys like the video, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to share this presentation that I showed you right now to everyone in the comment section below. If you want to, by the way, if you also want to go and check out Vested, you can do that. I'm going to keep the links below for Vested. There's some news coming out with Vested as well, and I'm going to talk about that news very soon. It's going to get confirmed, but I'm going to talk something special that I'm doing with Vested as well. There's a link below as well. You can use my coupon code if you want, but do your research on the platform. There's tremendous information there, so do your research, and I'm going to come after 5 days. On the 6th day, I will announce the winner. Okay, so I want you guys to have a great night. Okay, tomorrow I won't be coming live, but I will be shooting. I will be sending a nice. I will be putting up a nice video tomorrow on personal finance. By the way, I'm doing one more giveaway tomorrow. You know what that other giveaway is? It's gonna happen on Instagram. Okay, so I'm doing another giveaway on Instagram, which is again a very good skill-based giveaway. So if you want to take part in that, follow me on Instagram. I hope you have already followed me on Instagram. If not, what are you doing? Just open your Instagram and follow me very quickly, right? So yeah, so tomorrow I'm doing a Instagram based giveaway. So I'm going to see you guys there tomorrow. Again, a skill based one. So I hope I can uplift you guys as much as possible with respect to education. This is me, Shashank Udupa. Thank you guys for staying all night at 9:30 in the night and listening to me. Thanks a lot. Deadline for the submission 5 days from today. This is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. Take care, guys. See you. Bye.